Welcome back, beloved family. Thank you so much for passing by to click on this channel. So finally, the three Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, has finally withdrawn from ICC, International Criminal Court. Yes, on 22 to 23 September 2025, the three Sahel states run by the military government, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso issue a joint statement announcing that they will withdraw from the Rome Statute, International Criminal Court, ICC, calling the court an instrument of neocolonial repressions. And they actually go on to say they are going to establish the indigenous justice mechanism system. So guys, before we proceed, take a look of this.
So Mali and Niger say that they are withdrawing from the International Criminal Court. The three West African countries accuse the ICC of being a, quote, instrument of neocolonialist repression, saying that it only targets less privileged countries. They said they will no longer recognize its authority. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are all led by military governments, and those three governments have said that they will set up what they called indigenous mechanisms in its place. Al Jazeera's Nicholas Hack reports from Dakar in Senegal.
An instrument of neo-colonial repression in the hands of imperialism. Those are the cutting and strong words used in a joint statement from the Sahel countries. They say that the international collective justice, a feeling shared by other countries in Africa, where there seems to be a disproportionate amount of Africans being prosecuted at the ICC. There's been former heads of states, politicians that have spent years in detention to be then released without charge. Now, in the statement, they say that the ICC seems incapable of prosecuting obvious crimes, crimes against humanity, war crimes, but also crimes of genocide, clearly pointing the finger to Israel without mentioning them by name. And so this statement from these three countries to wanting to leave the ICC comes just as weeks ago a delegation of Republican senators visited Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, where there was discussion over the ICC membership. Now, the United States is not a member of the International Criminal Court. And so these three countries now, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, say they will create their own tribunal to try their own crimes of human rights violation away from The Hague, but on their own soil.
Beloved family, you've all had it, but I would throw more light on this. Okay, before I bring you guys any update, is being fast checked. That is why I don't always rush to bring you guys information. I might not really get the view I need, but let him be every information that you come across here is being fast checked. So what did these three Sahel states says? They says that ICC is being accused of selective justice. Okay, let me explain. Selective justice is like you favor a particular racist and not favor this one, okay? They continue to say, the government said that the ICC is disproportionately target African state and leaders, and it use a tools of neocolonial pressure rather than event universal justice. Okay, beloved family, you actually heard what they say, that their justice system are not fair, that their justice system is being selective. They target a particular racist. So guys, I think this is all their fact why they withdraw. Okay, how withdrawal work under the ICC? Let me explain a little bit. How did the withdrawal work in the ICC funding treaties? Let the state party notify the UN Secretary General in writing that it withdraw. The withdrawal become effective 1 year. Okay, listen very well. Not because they say they are withdraw. Okay, they are totally withdraw. The withdrawal become effective 1 year after receipt of notification, unless later date is specified. The Article 127, a state does not have to give a reason when it's notified withdrawal. A state does not have to give a reason when it notifies the withdrawal. I'll explain that later. Okay, what does the withdrawal does and does not do? Legally and practically, I explain, it does not erase ICC jurisdiction for criminals committed while the country was a party. I will explain that. The court and legal commentator said the ICC still retain jurisdiction over the criminals that occur on the country's territories or by its national before the withdrawal become effective. The investigation and case that were already open continue to be legally valid. For Mali, there is an ongoing ICC situation covering the illegally criminals since January 2012. That investigation and related case remain in the court mandate for the relevant period. Practically, the enforcement depends on the state corporations. The ICC has no police force. It depends on state to arrest and surrender the suspect. If Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso refuse to cooperate or actively protect the suspect, it becomes much harder in a practice to execute the arrest warrant to the people located inside those countries that pass ICC indictment. Okay, show that non-cooperation by the state can prevent enforcement even when warrant exists. Ongoing investigation already under the way will continue to extend the statute allow. The withdrawal does not automatically terminate an ICC matters that started while the state was party. The office of the prosecutor can continue investigation and seek charge for the conduct falling within the court and time frame. How fast or effective it process depend on the evidence, access, and corporations. For Niger, Burkina Faso, there were no public ICC investigation at the time of the announcement. It is to say that Burkina Faso, Niger did not have any case. They did not have any case. The only country that have case is Mali had an open ICC investigation and active case. Okay, whereas Niger and Burkina Faso did not have any public ICC investigation at this moment before they are at this moment their withdrawal. So whereas Niger and Burkina Faso did not have any public ICC investigation at the moment of their withdrawal. So guys, it should be notified that the only Sahel state that has an open ICC investigation is that is very active is Mali. But as for Burkina Faso and Mali, they do not. So guys, I don't know what you think at this moment. All right, I don't know what you think, but to conclude, they say that the diplomatics and reputation of the consequence that the human organization want the move. Okay, the withdrawal of these three Sahel states. You know, these three Sahel states are withdrawing at export because of all these weak point that they have observed from ICC, not actually doing what they were established for, that they are not really doing their work as what they were established or what they are called international criminal court of justice that's supposed to carry out a fair justice to everyone that commit genocide, aggressive crime. But when they look into it, there is a lot of war, a lot of people committing a lot of atrocity, but these people does not hold them accountable, but they select a particular racist that they persecute. So for that fact, they decided that their justice system is not fair. So, beloved family, did you think that what the Sahelian military government say is true? So do well to drop your own comment. But at this point in time, the diplomatic and reputation consequence, they said the human rights organization warned the move will reduce avenue for victims to get remains and increase for atrocity crime. So guys, I think this is what the human rights are really worrying about for this three Sahel region withdrawing, that it will increase atrocity, that if they commit any atrocity to the citizen, they will not be held accountable. So they are actually worried. But the question we should actually look at, if actually the human rights organization won that, for this three Sahel states to withdraw from the ICC, will increase more, that they will not be held accountable when they commit any atrocity with their citizen. The question is that, okay, for all this decade that the human ICC has been established, there is a lot of atrocity that is being committed to some countries. The question we should ask, are they really holding these people who commit atrocity to these countries accountable? So I don't know. So guys, I don't want to go much, but the human rights who are worried, the human rights organization should also ask. For all decade, a lot of atrocity has been committed to a lot of countries. People will just wake up, their country is being bombed. A lot of things are going on, you know. But those people that commit this atrocity, are they being held accountable? Okay, I just want to leave that question with my audience who come across this video. So if the human right is actually worried of these men, they stated their fact that the justice system of ICC is not fair. This is the reason that we are withdrawing. So if are they worried, we should also ask, are they disciplined? Are they really performing their duty? Well, because if they were performing their duty, because a lot of people have criticized them for what they are doing, not just this three Sahel region. So the question the ICC should do, or the human rights should also be worried about what the ICC is actually doing. They should also call them to order, or the ICC also should sit down and reshuffle their organization to be able to look into what the Sahel region, the Sahel state government are saying. If what they are saying is true, that they should work on that. So guys, I don't know what you think. I want you guys to drop your own opinion. Did you think that the step that this three military government make is the best move so far to establish their own justice system in their own indigenous way, which they say? So do well to drop your own opinion, and do well to encourage me to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you.